back, and since it's almost Christmas, let's continue with the Christmas theme. I'm going to make an Advent calendar, and Advent is right around the corner. We really start on Sunday, but we're going to start the calendar on December 1st so the kids can understand the numbers and the progression of the numbers as well. So what do we need? I've already shown you the material, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to cut the egg crates, the egg cartons. The easiest way to do that is, first of all, cut the edges, because these are hard to cut. It's harder on these little knobs are really difficult to cut, so you have to cut those off. These right here. So cut all around. We won't need that, so you can toss it. And it should be easier to cut the little egg crates after that. There's something else that you can do to make it simple, and that is, and we're going to need these, so don't throw these out. You cut these little triangles out, and then it's very, very simple to cut the crate. You just stick the scissor right here in the hole, and you cut. I destroyed a lot of egg cartons not doing this, so. And if you can't ask the children to bring the egg cartons from home, with 2.5 dozen eggs, you've got enough. Christmas season is coming, so you can make cookies, or you can go on an egg fast, do keto, do Whole30. They eat a lot of eggs. Okay, so now you've got the little egg crates. Same thing here. You cut right in the middle of where they're joined, like that. Oh, let me take the paint out. Okay, so I will just cut these and show you what you need to do with these. I'll cut the other ones later. Okay, all that you need is the bottom of this, and there are different shapes. This one is going to be a circle, and really what you need, you can do them all in circles, but what you need is the ones that are more of a square. So I'm going to cut these, and then I will show you what to do with them afterwards. The circle ones are more difficult. They all have to be the same. If you have these little round ones, that's fine. But if you don't, you can't mix, because then they won't glue well together. The square ones are the best. All right, so I'll be right back, and I'll have them all done. Okay, so now I've cut them all, and I have the square bottom, and I'm going to show you how to cut it. All that you need to do is have this part, the bottom part. So, and it has to be fairly even. So you just cut out these top parts, so it's easier for you to round them out. See where these little knobs are? You need to cut those off. So that'll be your guiding line. I don't measure, because then it'll take too long. This is a really quick craft. The longest amount of time that you have to wait is for the paint to dry. And since this is very porous, it soaks right in, and if you don't put too much, it'll dry in 10-15 minutes. So there it is. See, that's going to come out. So you do this times 25. It doesn't have to be completely even, but try and even it out as much as you can. There we go. So that's basically what you need. So now the next step is to paint, and you need 21 green cups, and you need 4 brown cups. It's going to be a Christmas tree. So we've got this here, and the easiest way is just to paint the inside first, and the outside doesn't have to be painted if you don't want to. That'll cut down on your time as well, because it's going to be glued. But I like mine painted inside and out, and wear gloves, by the way, because it gets a bit messy. I try not to paint my nails because it's very hard. The green and the brown are hard to get out. Yellow, not so much. Okay, so you do this times 24. Let's see. And now for the brown cups. Same thing, but you only need 4 of these. These are the tree trunks, part of the tree trunk, and there's only one. And same thing, I would paint the back of these as well, the sides. You don't have to do the back, because this you will be able to see. Paint as much as you'd like, but I would do it all. Okay, so this times 4. See, your fingers are going to be a mess. So once you have all 4 painted, wait about 15 minutes and they should be dry. Okay, so now they're all dry, and what we're going to do is we're going to glue them together. You can use school glue, white school glue, or our handy dandy hot glue gun, which I love. And what you're going to do, it's in the shape of a tree. So it'll be 1. Start at the top. You can start at the bottom with 6, but it's just easier this way. You'll see the way they come together. And what will happen is that you have to glue one right there in the middle of those 2, so that everything holds together. I'm going to do a few so you see this one. You put glue on the bottom, and all you have to do is glue 2 underneath. You'll see when you get the paint out of the way. We still need the yellow, but I'll show you what that's for later. And you can also put a little dab right in the middle so that it sticks together. And you're going to have those stringy strings, which you can get rid of later. So the next one is like this, middle, and 2 on the side. And then same thing, middle of these 2, and get another one, 2 on the side. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I'll be gluing all of them together, and I'll show you what we have. All right, here is the tree. It's been glued all together. You can see the back. I didn't paint the back, and these are the only 4 that are different. This you can glue not in between, but right underneath the 2 green cups. You glue the 4 brown cups. Okay, so now how are we going to do our numbers? You're going to print out any type of number you like. I think it was Comic Sans, and you just print out a sheet. What I suggest that you do is, because I made the mistake, that you do I think it was like 200 font, and then make from 10 on smaller and from 20 on smaller, because the numbers are really big. They get bigger. They take up more space, and they won't fit in your cups. So play with it. I'll write down in the description what the size of each decade is. And then you just cut them. You cut them, and what you do, I'm not going to cut them all right now. You just put, what I do is I put them in the cup. But before I do that, I write a name of a child on the back. And that child is going to have each day be a special day. On Friday, of course, I pick Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let's see. I'm going to write here, baby. Okay, and which is a typical name here in Spain. And what you're going to do, you're going to start at the bottom. 25 is at the top. And so you start with 1 at the bottom. See, it's too big, so you might need to cut it a little bit. And just slip it in there. And then you do the same with the other, with all of the other numbers. And when I'm done, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the tree, and it's been, all of the numbers have been put in there. And as I said, each day I ask them what day it is. I pull one out, and whatever it says on the back, that's who we used to give out sweets, candy with to each child, but we're not doing that at my school anymore. So you can do a sticker. You can give them a sticker, or you can just have them be the special Santa's helper that day. Whatever the dynamic is that you use for them to be engaged in the class. Now, what we need on the top is a star. And what I did, I made a star, which I will put on with a, which I don't have, with a toothpick or anything that you can affix this to the top. Just go ahead and stick it on there. I'll show you how to make it though, and then I'll show you how I glue it on top. What you need is a little. You can use the top of the egg carton. I used yogurt box, and what you need to do is you need to make a square. Okay, and you need 5 of those little triangle tops that you cut off the egg carton, and then you need a glue gun. And what you do is you position them so that it's not going to make a perfect 5-point star, but it's close enough. And they're going to, see, it's going to not be perfect, but it looks like a star. Okay, and all you do is you first glue one of the corners onto the cardboard. Start like that. Then same thing here. Careful that you don't glue it onto the table like I just did. Same thing here. That was too big. You need to make them more or less the same size, but it's okay. The kids won't notice. You can cut it a little bit. It's not a big deal. And same thing here. I'll put it on the card so that I don't glue it onto the table. And the last one, this one looks less like a star than that one. You just glue it on top of these two. Okay. Here and here. Just glue that right on top. And then you'll paint that with the yellow paint. It absorbs really quickly. And once you finish, it'll look like this. And you just have to glue it on top. You can even use, honestly, if you can't find anything else, just cut one of the egg cups, glue it on the back, and then glue glue that on the back of the tree. And there you go. That's your Advent calendar. And if you don't want to do it at home by yourself, you can have each one of the children paint one of the little cups in green, orange, brown, and then you can put it together and take it back to school the next day. So that is our Advent calendar, and I hope that you liked our craft.